Come with me as I build the Ralph McQuarrie Concept X-Wing. In 1975, director George Lucas commissioned artist and designer Ralph McQuarrie to illustrate several scenes from the Star Wars script. These included the Cantina Bar, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, and an X-Wing flying through the Death Star trench, one chased by a TIE fighter, and to the final design used in the film. And Ralph's original concept design for the X-Wing was resurrected for The Force Awakens to be used as the Resistance fighters, specifically featured as Poe Dameron's X-Wing fighter. Which leads us to our make-in video. I picked up a used Poe Dameron X-Wing from The Force Awakens, broken with missing parts as my base, using the Ralph McQuarrie concept art as my starting point. First thing I did was just take it all apart. I didn't like those split-centered wings, so I made some new wings using some foam board. The rear end of the X-Wing was rounded right behind the R2 unit, so I removed that and used a sheet of styrene. And dipping in my Greeblies box, I used some pill bottles and the pill bottle lids for the engine cowlings. I detailed the insides and the outsides of the wings with some thin sheets of styrene, and used some plumbing fixtures for the main engines, and then detailed those with some strips of styrene, and used some old vinegar bottles for the main parts of the engines. I used some old dried up markers for the lasers on the ends of the wings. Also using some parts from Poe's X-Wing toy. I was pretty happy with how the wings came out. They're looking real good. Now let's get some paint. I used a couple coats of gray primer and then a couple coats of flat white as the base of the X-Wing color. And then back into the art studio, used a little airbrush and some acrylics to do all the details. All right, well, here it is, all finished. Originally, I didn't plan on shooting a video for this build. I just wanted to build something, take a couple of days and just build something nice. But originally, I was just going to take that Poe Dameron toy and just repaint it. The reason I chose that X-Wing is that it has these half engines. The original X-Wing from the 77 film are round. These are half. I decided I didn't like the Force Awakens half wings. You know, I didn't like them, and I really liked the full wing in the concept painting. So I stripped the wings off. I built them out of heavy foam core board and rebuilt them, made them a little bigger, and did a lot of scratch building. And like I said, I hadn't planned on shooting any video on this one. It was just going to be a fun build. But as I went along and this thing finally got finished, I thought I would share it because I really love how it came out. And I also built a little wooden base with a post that I can display on my desk in my office. I really liked how it sat on this display stand, sort of at a slight up angle, kind of like it is in the concept art. But again, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I did a lot of modifications. The McQuarrie concept X-Wing, there's no real hard edges. Everything's a little more rounded. The back area right behind the R2 unit, right in this area, right in here, on the original X-Wings, it's all very angular, right? And in the McQuarrie concept sketch, this is all very rounded. So I wanted to replicate that, so I chopped that all off. I used some styrene in there and cut some pieces. And this is just a little plastic half dome. And made the R2 unit there because the toy came with BB-8, and he wasn't gonna work for this. And the paint scheme is a very snowy white in that original concept sketch with orange markings. You really can't see the markings on the wings in that concept sketch. I went with something that sort of harkened back to the original film with the the stripes, the red 1, red 5, blah blah blah. So I kind of went with stripes, orange stripes, to just kind of give a little callback to that original film. And the McQuarrie painting has orange, and there's not a lot of weathering, so I did very minimal weathering. The little rocket ports have a little bit of airbrush weathering. I did a little bit of streaking on the engines, but I kept this very clean. That McQuarrie painting is super clean. But overall, I'm super happy with how this turned out. And this will display really nice in my office. Exactly where, I don't know. Alright, well, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I had a blast making this Ralph McQuarrie Concept X-Wing. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.